Hello, it's Stephanie with Coffee Paper Scissors. It's been a little while since I've made a video. The last video you saw I had videoed in advance. I was away for Thanksgiving visiting my daughter over in Bellingham, and so I made a video so I could upload it, and it would come up while I was still gone. So I've been home and trying to decorate for Christmas and things like that, but I needed to make a video because, as I say, I haven't. So I thought I would do an idea book video. And I lay in bed when I can't sleep and I think about what I could do on a page, and ideas come to me, and oftentimes I'll forget them because I'm laying in bed and then I fall asleep. But this one is, I'm sure, been done. It's not a new thing, but the point of my idea video is to, my idea journal is to be able to go to it when I'm stumped on a page and I think, what on earth am I going to put here? Then I can open it up and not have like brand new ideas on every page, but just things that you forget. So that is what we're doing. If you haven't seen how I made my idea journal, I will link that video below. This way you can just add a page as you go and you don't have to have pre-thought what you want your journal to be like. I'm going to get this out of the way. We're going to work on this page without the book to hinder me. And what I thought we would do today, I just got a little bit from my ink pad. What I thought we would do today is a Trifold tag belly band. So what I did was I took a full sheet of 12 by 12 paper. I hope you guys can't see my light flickering. My light flickers, and I'm trying to decide if it happens when it starts getting cold outside, because my bedroom light does the same thing and it's the LEDs. I don't know, but I'm hoping you don't see it because it's driving me crazy. I'm going to turn it off and see if it clears it. Probably made you guys really dark all of a sudden. Oh no. Well, I'm hoping you guys don't see the flicker. Anyway, I cut it down to be 8 inches. My page here is 8.5. And then to get my folds, I folded it in half. And then I took each side and I folded it in this way so that when it folds like this, you didn't have to do any measuring. All right. And I already went in and glued some of my pages down. Oh, I went and took my sewing machine and I did a few stitches going just along it to make it look like they were pieced together. These individual things, but they weren't. I just thought I'd, just add a little something. But then I wanted to cover this. So I have just a really thin paper that I am gluing down with some Fabri-Tac or 3-in-1, whichever it is, I don't know. So I've been trying to get things done around the house, but I have, things I've got to do in town. So my days, the last few days have been very, chopped. I have things going middle of the day, so I have to walk away from my projects, and I have to do it again this morning. I have an appointment in town. So I'm trying to get a video made, and I have that. If you get your Fabri-Tac and you rub it right before it dries, it'll rub right off instead of having to scrape it off. There's a little bit of hangover here, so let me trim that. I think I'm going to have to turn off my light, you guys. It's going to make me, I don't know, give me a headache or something because it is bugging my eyes. So I'm going to cut that, and then I'm going to have to turn it off, and hopefully you guys have enough light. The other light, it's also an light, but it doesn't do that. Okay, so let's finish inking. I wanted to do this part with you so that you just saw the whole process. And then instead of like totally folding it back over on itself and weakening the paper, I've just kind of fold it back and get down those white creases. Okay. So then let's get our, this might be a little bit difficult because there's so many layers. I don't know if it's going to fit in there. I have another somewhere up there. Let me see if I can find it. I have a handheld corner. It's really big though. It's way bigger than I intended, but let's see. Wilma thinks no, it doesn't fit in there either. Okay. I'm thinking if I do it like this, I might be able to get them in. So I do that side, that side. Yeah, this will work. And then the edges. You don't have to use the corner rounder, but I don't know, I thought it'd be good. But of course now I've got to re-ink all of those. So we went to Bellingham, where my daughter lives, and there is a town near there. I don't know, not near, but like an hour away, called Snohomish, and I had never been there before. You guys, it was adorable. Old shops, you know, old buildings, new stuff in the shops, of course, but walked around there with my sister lives over in that area also, so I met my sister and her daughter, and we shopped. And this was the day after Thanksgiving, so it was pretty busy. And then over there, that's the side of the state where there's a lot of rain. But you guys, we got so lucky. It was sunny. It was a little chilly, but not bad, you know. In the morning, it was not great, but by the time we had been there for several hours, it had warmed up just fine. And, you know, my light jacket was fine. But they had adorable shops where you could buy just about everything. Oh, I found, you know, I don't know. I can't think of what they're called. It's something berry, but I don't know if you guys remember, I would say back in the late 90s, early 2000s, primitives were pretty popular. I remember having these catalogs I would look at, and man, I just wanted every single thing in those catalogs. But, you know, I was first married. We had no money, so I just wished. That's about all I could do. Anyway, I found a shop that was, it was all primitives in this shop. Oh my goodness. So, they used to, under your candles, those little berry things that would spray out under the candlestick, you know, you'd sit it on the, okay, I'm going to quit talking for a second and tell you what I'm doing. It's going to lay down like this. I'm going to glue it back here. Okay, so I want this one to have, well, I want to punch through all of them actually, because that would be cute. But this front one is going to have, you know, like a little tassel-y thing coming out. Tassel, what is it called? Some ribbon. But I guess I want all of them to have a hole. Anyway, I found some of those berry things to put under my candles. And I'd been looking for them online, and you can still find them, but they're so expensive. And so this store sells them at a reasonable price. So I got what I needed, and I was very happy about that. I need to cut a bunch of these. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, and I need the back side. So I need 8 of them, and probably not going to be able to get them all out of this one paper, but we'll try. I really wish that they had created this in such a way that you could see what you were doing. Because, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'll get 8. I would be able to if I could see. And then sometimes it gets caught in there. So, but yeah, they had so many cute things. And apparently they, let's see. I want to try and get one here. They changed the shop out for every holiday. So you guys, the shop was so full you could hardly walk through it, which is not necessarily a good thing. That's 5. But so packed full of so many cute things. And see, I should have gotten some of those things to decorate. In my video on Friday, I'll be going around a couple places in my house showing you how I've decorated. And I decorated my hutch, and I don't really have a lot to be able to decorate it well. So right now I'm kind of unsatisfied with it. So I might, you know, change it up as the holiday goes, and maybe I'll find something cute to put there instead. But man, if I had been thinking about it, I could have gotten some things there at that shop, and it would have been really cool. I'm just going to show you this, and then I'm going to turn my camera off and glue the rest of them down. And oh wait, it's well, I'm going to stitch around this one only. If I stitch around every single one of them, it would be cute, but it would add so much bulk. But since this is the one that's going to be showing, I'm going to stitch around this one only. So, but as it is, I'm just gonna, this probably isn't gonna work. Oh no, it did. I hope I can get this video up before I have to leave for my appointment. Okay, I'm gonna sit and do the rest of these. Okay, let's see if we can finish this up. I had to quit the video. Something came up, and so I ended up going and getting myself ready for my appointment later on. So I'm running a little behind. We'll go ahead and, okay, I stitched around this here. I don't remember where I left off, but now that's what it all looks like. I want one thing going through here. Let's see, I think I'll just... And that's going to end up sticking up pretty far out of the journal, but that's okay. And we'll kind of frayed that up a little bit, I think, just with my fingernail. I have some things to glue down on top of it. I had an extra little thingy there. Where did they go? Oh, they're up here. I have a paper pack that has bird stuff in it, and one of the pages has bird cages. So I fussy cut them out. I mean, like you guys, forever ago. I don't even know when that was. And they've been just sitting in my little fussy cut. I have an envelope of things that I've fussy cut in the past. And it's just been sitting in there. And I thought, oh, it'd be cute here. So let's do this. So I took and made a couple of labels. Glue. There it is. Just with some scraps. Hopefully I get this in the right spot. Looks pretty good. I'm really hoping that I can finish this video before I have to leave for my appointment. I have a little bird that's from a die cut, you know, from Hobby Lobby, those little die cut packages. Thought that the bird would be cute right on top. It's sitting outside of its cage. And then I have a couple of flowers. This is also from the Hobby Lobby die cut pack. So we're just gonna poke it under. I have those little things I was telling you about that I got at that store. I grabbed them real quick. Hopefully that's a good spot for that. It's all right, it's down. And then this one, I think I was gonna poke maybe over here. Yes, we'll do that. Just gonna kind of outline it so I know where it needs to go. I thought about poking a hole up in the top there, but I decided not to. I think my hole punch that I have, the little mini hole punch, I think it's still too big, and I would just end up tearing the paper. So we're gonna leave it not punched. Cute, cute. Okay. Let's glue it to our paper. Oh, and also I got the best Happy Mail. You guys, so cute. Let me show you that as well. So many things to share. Oh man, I meant to put a ribbon underneath there. Well, shoot. Okay, so it's gonna have to be a floating ribbon at this point because I wanted to do a ribbon to just kind of hold it closed, but it's okay if it just floats. It'll still stay put, I think. And at first I thought I would tie it in a bow, but it's just going to end up being so much bulk. So I thought just a loose knot would be fine. Let's see, we'll cut it there and see how that is. And then it can be moved around to be like, you know, shorter or longer. I mean, up or down. It can be down here and it would still hold it closed so that you can see the birdie. Whatever. But I would have preferred it tied down. Let me cut this to where it's right at the end of the design. Okay, get that out of the way. And you'll glue it into the journal. Now, it could be glued on 3 sides to make it a pocket, but I feel like there's so much going on this page and the page previous that it would just be so bulky. So we're going to just glue it all the way down. Try and line it up to the edges. I probably should have inked the edge a little bit so that if it shows, it's not that obvious, but it's okay. Did I hit start? I think I did. Yes. That's a good thing. Oh, you guys, I'm so scatterbrained this morning. Okay, really cute. I have a real quick little card to put in. It's just a little bird. Normally, I would put the thing over here, but it's so blank right here. So I feel like I need to, and, you know, I don't have to pull it out with the tab. Let's see. I was going to put an eyelet in it, but I don't know where I put the eyelet, so I'm just not going to. And we're going to go right down the center of it. And we're going to put it in like that. So there we go. I think it's really pretty. So that's the first page. That's the second page. And it opens for tons of journaling on the inside. Uh-oh, I glued it together. There we go. So there we go. Trifold tag Bellyband. Okay, let me show you real quick my Happy Mail and then that other purchase. So this came from my friend Susan. She makes adorable cards. And then she sent me, I was using seam binding in a journal at one point that you crinkle up. And so we got into a conversation about where to find it and stuff. And she has a craft store or one of those sort of stores near her, and they sell it. And you guys, she sent me some. These are so pretty. I love the colors so much. I could have used one of these on my page today if I had been thinking properly instead of so rushed. So Susan, thank you so much. These are adorable. And it was she lives in California, so, you know, it was a shop somewhere down in California, not an online shop. But I do think you can get this online, Etsy or something. And then also she sent me a little scrap of some really cute wrapping paper. Isn't that adorable? So I can use this in my December daily. Okay, and then, so thank you, Susan. I told her, I sent her an email. It was like a little treasure. That seam binding is really hard to find these days. So I really, really appreciate it. So this is what I mean by primitives. It's stuff that looks like this. And then the things that I bought, you guys will probably know what they're called that I just can't think about. I can't think of the name of it. So they kind of just spray out around your candles. And yeah, it's a little dated, but so am I. And I say if you like it, go with it. You don't have to go with whatever's popular at the time. Go with what you like. Okay, that is all I have for you guys today. I need to run into my appointment and then upload the video when I get back. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye.